In every corner of our planet, from the highest mountain slopes to the most secluded valleys, life finds a way to express itself in a dazzling array of forms. Perhaps none are more captivating, more universally cherished than flowers. They are the jewels of the plant kingdom, intricate structures designed for a single vital purpose: reproduction. Yet for us, they represent so much more: beauty, emotion, and the changing of the seasons. Today, we invite you to embark on a journey to test your own knowledge of these natural wonders. How well do you truly know the flowers that color our world? We will present 10 remarkable specimens, each a masterpiece of evolution. As we reveal them one by one, you will have a moment to see if you can put a name to the face, as it were. It is a simple challenge, but one that connects us to the intricate web of life that surrounds us every day. Whether you are a seasoned botanist or simply an admirer of a garden's simple charm, there is something here for you to discover. With each identification, we will delve a little deeper, uncovering a fascinating story or a surprising fact about the flower in question. From tales of economic frenzy to remarkable feats of natural engineering, these are not just pretty petals. They are survivors, communicators, and symbols that have woven themselves into the very fabric of human history and culture. So let us begin. Take a close look at our first subject and see if you recognize it. Our first contender is perhaps the most recognizable of all. With its layered, velvety petals spiraling out from a tight center, and its stem often armed with sharp thorns, it has become a global emblem of love and passion. It is, of course, the rose. For millennia, this flower has been cultivated, admired, and gifted. Its presence is felt across continents and cultures, a silent language understood by all. Its deep red hues are synonymous with romance, while its other colors, white for purity, yellow for friendship, carry their own distinct messages. It is a true diplomat of the plant world, but beyond its symbolism, the rose is a titan of industry. There are over 30,000 varieties of roses in existence, a testament to our enduring fascination and centuries of careful cultivation. The fragrance that we so admire is a complex blend of volatile organic compounds designed to lure in pollinators. This same scent has launched a billion-dollar perfume and cosmetics industry. From the fossils of its ancestors found in Colorado dating back 35 million years, to the bouquets exchanged by lovers today, the rose has a history as rich and deep as its color. Now, for our next flower. Observe its clean lines, its elegant, cup-shaped bloom perched atop a single stately stem. In spring, they emerge to create vast carpets of vibrant, uniform color. This is the tulip. While we may associate it with the manicured fields of the Netherlands, its origins lie far away, in the mountainous steppes of Central Asia. It was in the Ottoman Empire that the tulip first gained its celebrity status, adorning palaces and inspiring artists. It was seen as a symbol of wealth and power, a flower worthy of sultans. Its journey to Europe in the 16th century sparked one of the most remarkable events in economic history. During the Dutch Golden Age, a phenomenon known as tulip mania took hold. Speculation on tulip bulbs became so intense that at their peak, a single, rare bulb could be sold for more than the price of a grand house in Amsterdam. Fortunes were made and lost over these seemingly simple flowers. The bubble inevitably burst, but the Dutch love for the tulip endured, transforming their nation into the world's foremost producer of these beautiful and once priceless blooms. Here is a flower that carries the sun in its very name, a great broad face of tightly packed florets, surrounded by a halo of brilliant yellow petals. It stands tall and proud in the field, a beacon of summer. This is, unmistakably, the sunflower. Its most extraordinary characteristic is a behavior known as heliotropism. Young sunflowers exhibit a fascinating daily ritual. As the sun journeys across the sky from east to west, the flowerheads turn to follow it, maximizing their absorption of solar energy for photosynthesis. At night, they slowly reorient themselves to face the east once more, patiently awaiting the dawn. This movement is driven by a complex internal clock and motor cells in the stem that respond to light. As the sunflower matures and its head becomes heavy with seeds, this movement ceases, and it generally settles to face east, warming up quickly in the morning to attract pollinating insects. It is a remarkable piece of natural engineering, a living solar panel that dances with the rhythms of the day, all in the service of survival and procreation. Our fourth subject presents a challenge of a different kind. It belongs to one of the largest and most diverse families in the entire plant kingdom, with species found on every continent except Antarctica. Now just think about its intricate, often bizarrely shaped and exquisitely beautiful form. This is an orchid. With nearly 30,000 known species, their variety is simply staggering. They can be as large as a dinner plate or as small as a grain of rice, growing on the ground, on rocks, or, most commonly, clinging to the branches of trees in tropical rainforests. What truly sets the orchid apart is its ingenious and sometimes devious approach to pollination. Many orchids have evolved to mimic the appearance and even the scent of female insects. A male bee or wasp, fooled by this clever impersonation, will attempt to mate with the flower, inadvertently collecting a packet of pollen in the process. It then flies off, only to be tricked again by another orchid, which it then pollinates. This strategy of sexual deception is one of the most sophisticated and specialized relationships between a plant and its pollinator ever to have evolved. This next flower is known for its large trumpet-shaped blossoms and a powerful sweet fragrance that can fill an entire room. With its elegant form and often pure white petals, it has long been a symbol of virtue and majesty. This is the lily. The white lily, in particular, holds a special place in many cultures and religions as an emblem of purity, innocence, and rebirth. It is frequently associated with motherhood and is a common feature in religious art, weddings, and funeral ceremonies marking life's most significant moments. The lily family is vast, encompassing many different types, from the dramatic stargazer lily with its speckled, deep pink petals, to the more subtle tiger lily. A word of caution must accompany this beauty, however. While they are a joy for us to behold, many species of lily are highly toxic to cats. Every part of the plant petals, leaves, stem, and even the pollen can cause fatal kidney failure in our feline companions. It is a stark reminder that even the most beautiful creations in nature can possess a hidden and potent defense mechanism. Let us turn our attention now to a flower of simple, unassuming charm, a bright, cheerful disc surrounded by a ring of clean white rays. It is a familiar sight in lawns, meadows, and gardens across the globe, a flower of childhood games. This is the daisy. Its common English name is a beautiful corruption of an Old English phrase, Dagus ig, which means day's eye. This is a wonderfully astute observation, as the daisy's petals close over its central disc at night and reopen in the morning, as if the field is waking up and opening its eyes to the sun. What appears to be a single flower is, in fact, a composite structure. The yellow center is not one part, but a dense cluster of hundreds of tiny individual flowers called disc florets. Each of the white petals surrounding it is also a complete flower in its own right, known as a ray floret. This clever arrangement makes the daisy a highly efficient and attractive target for a wide range of pollinators, contributing to its incredible success and widespread distribution. It is a marvel of collective efficiency, disguised as a simple, solitary bloom. As the last chills of winter recede, this flower is often one of the very first to break through the cold earth, a cheerful trumpet of yellow, announcing that warmer days are on their way. This is the daffodil. A member of the Narcissus genus, its appearance is a powerful and welcome symbol of rebirth, new beginnings, and the unwavering resilience of life. Seeing the first daffodils emerge is a joyous occasion for many, a reliable sign that the cycle of seasons is turning once more towards the light and warmth of spring. The daffodil's distinctive structure consists of a central trumpet-like corona, surrounded by a ring of petals known as the perianth. This shape is perfectly adapted for its early season pollinators. The flower contains potent alkaloids, which make it unpalatable to most grazing animals like deer and rabbits. This natural defense ensures that its precious blooms, which have fought so hard to emerge from the winter ground, are protected and have the best possible chance of being pollinated and setting seed for the next generation. It is a tenacious and triumphant little flower. Here we have a flower of exquisite and complex geometry, with petals that arch and fall in a dramatic display of color. Its name is derived from the Greek word for rainbow, a fitting title for a genus that boasts an incredible spectrum of hues. This is the iris. In Greek mythology, Iris was the personification of the rainbow and a messenger of the gods, acting as a link between heaven and earth. The flower was named for her, believed to carry messages through its vibrant, varied colors. The iconic structure of the iris bloom, with its 3 upright standard petals and 3 drooping fall petals, is not just for show. It is a highly evolved landing pad and guidance system for pollinators. The intricate patterns and lines on the fall petals known as nectar guides act like runway lights, directing bees towards the nectar and the pollen. The famous fleur-de-lis symbol, long associated with French royalty, is a stylized representation of an iris flower, cementing its place not just in nature, but in the annals of human heraldry and art. Our ninth specimen is a statement of opulence. A large, lush and densely packed globe of ruffled petals that unfurl into a magnificent heavy bloom. In late spring it commands attention in any garden it graces. This is the peony. Revered in many parts of the world, it holds a particularly special status in Chinese culture, where it is known as the king of flowers. For over 1,000 years it has been a symbol of wealth, honor and high social status, frequently depicted in art and celebrated in festivals. An interesting symbiotic relationship often plays out on the peony's buds. Before they open, the buds secrete a sweet, sugary nectar. This attracts ants, which swarm over the flower head. It was once thought that the ants were necessary for the flower to open, but this is a myth. In reality, the ants act as bodyguards. They feed on the nectar, and in return, they aggressively defend the bud from other insects that might try to damage the developing petals. It is a wonderful example of mutualism, a small price for the peony to pay for protection of its glorious forthcoming display. Our final flower is one of profound spiritual significance. It emerges from the murky, muddy depths of ponds and rivers, rising on a long stalk to bloom, pristine and perfect, above the water's surface. This is the lotus. This daily cycle of retreating into the murky water at night and re-emerging, unstained in the morning, has made it a powerful symbol in many Eastern religions, particularly Hinduism and Buddhism. It represents purity, enlightenment, self-regeneration, and rebirth. The soul, like the lotus, can rise from the muddy waters of materialism to achieve spiritual enlightenment. The lotus has a remarkable ability to keep itself clean, a phenomenon known as the lotus effect. The surface of its leaves and petals is covered in microscopic bumps and coated in waxy crystals, making it extremely water-repellent. When water droplets land on the surface, they ball up and roll off, collecting and carrying away any dirt or dust particles with them. This self-cleaning property is not just symbolic of purity, it is a real physical characteristic that has inspired the development of man-made materials, from self-cleaning paints to stain-resistant fabrics. And so, our brief journey through this gallery of blooms comes to a close. From the passionate rose to the sacred lotus, each flower tells a story. They are not merely passive decorations in our world, they are active participants, masters of chemistry, physics, and strategy. They have shaped economies, inspired art, and become deeply embedded in our spiritual and cultural lives. The 10 flowers we have seen today are but a tiny fraction of the immense diversity that graces our planet, a diversity that is both beautiful and fragile. Now we turn the question back to you. How many of these natural wonders did you recognize? Was there a fact that surprised you, or a flower whose story you found particularly captivating? We would be delighted to read your thoughts, so please do leave a comment below sharing how many you correctly identified. Your engagement helps us understand what fascinates you most about the natural world. And it creates a community of curious minds, all connected by a shared appreciation for life's marvels. If you enjoyed testing your knowledge and discovering the hidden lives of these flowers, consider subscribing to our channel. We are continually exploring the intricate tapestry of life on Earth, from the smallest insect to the largest ecosystem. There is always another story to tell, another wonder to uncover. By subscribing, you ensure you won't miss our next exploration. Until then, take a moment to notice the nature that is all around you. You may find it is more extraordinary than you ever imagined.